Today was Dave's Day, where these bikers were part of the 45,000 involved in the procession from London to Barrow-in-Furness to celebrate the life of Dave Meyers. The afternoon was our third time attending the Try a Classic Day at the National Motorcycle Museum.
And we had a nice surprise while there with some of the volunteers and mechanics working on an absolutely beautiful AGS. This AGS is a side valve 1000V twin and was produced in 1930, making it just about eligible for the Bamboo Run, which is the reason why these lads are getting it ready. And as you can see in here, it's not running quite right, so hopefully it doesn't give them too many headaches.
Yeah, I really don't like it.
There was two bikes that we hadn't ridden before, this 1929 BSA light model S29 and this 1950 Ariel KG 500 twin. I was really excited though that my all-time favourite Triumph 3 SW was there again. As you can see, I was on it and out before the others had even got the helmets on. You may ask why this is my favourite. Well, I can tell you, it may only be a 350cc bike, but it is so nippy. It plants itself into corners, it handles well, it's a smooth ride, and I just love it to bits. It's my favourite bike. I went on it 3 times. You can see how well it handles these corners. The course consists of 3 tight U-bends, but this bike handles so well on all 3. I'm not a fan of hand gear change, but I like to have a go. It's probably because I haven't ridden many, and the ones I have ridden haven't handled very well. I have to say though, this was a dream to ride. As in classic BSA fashion, the gear change was lovely and smooth. It was extremely smooth and handled well considering it was made in 1929.
Now one of the bikes I thoroughly enjoyed on the day was the Triumph TR6 Trophy. This bike was absolutely gorgeous and handled pretty well for a big bike on a little track. The 650 engine was pretty smooth, although it wasn't like I was able to use the engine very much. At first for me, this bike, like a lot of the others, had a kill switch, although it didn't work very well, which left a lot of the riders there very confused.
The what? I think it's one down, isn't it? Yeah, it's one down, isn't it? Yeah.
To what? Neutral?
To go round. It's one down.
Yeah.
This time we dragged our uncle out, and he was the first to jump on the BSA Bantam. He said after he was slightly disappointed with it, but I think it was most likely due to it not running right, as when I jumped on it, it was very buzzy and the firing order was a bit irregular. And our suspicions were proven right when on the second half, sadly the bike was taken out. We were told the battery went flat because someone accidentally put it on emergency power, the poor thing. But as usual, the BSA Bantam handled amazingly around this tight track. This Ariel KG twin looked absolutely beautiful, but it didn't really run very well. The whole day it kept on stalling, I think most likely because it needed blipping the whole time, as it really didn't want to tick over. Me and my mum both found it to be quite heavy around this tight track. I think the main problem with this bike was the magneto wasn't quite right, as you could kick it as hard as you wanted to, but the thing would not start.
Satisfying that. You get a lovely smell of rubber.
I know.
Why did you do it all?
The one you just got off, the Ariel. It's the only one I haven't been on. Oh, it's end of. Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
The Ariel. The only bike I have never been on.
No, I haven't been on that one.
The Triumph T100. If a prize was given for the best sounding bike, this would win it hands down. This is a fabulous bike. It plants itself on the road and doesn't move, corners extremely well, and looks absolutely stunning. This Triumph is another favourite. Now for a coffee break, or give the bikes a rest. For me, I found that the Ariel Cyclone didn't handle that well around this tight circuit.
Now this is one time I do have to disagree with my mum. I found the Cyclone was a really lovely bike. Maybe a bit heavy into the corners, but I think she just needs to be a bit more manly and less of a thing.
Hey, that's not fair.
Well anyway, the Ariel Cyclone shares the same engine as our BSA A10. A nice simple iron head engine that produces enough power in all the right places.
Another one of the regular bikes we like to ride is the BSA B31 350 single.
Now this bike shares the same frame as our own BSA, and it's a really lovely frame, and it handles itself quite nicely around this track, being, again, quite a heavy bike. From riding it here and at higher speeds, the engine produces enough power. It's quite a nice engine, not really that buzzy until you take it to quite high RPM. Now, a family beloved bike that we rode was the A7, and this is probably said to be, by most BSA fans, the best BSA. It's lovely and smooth, and not really that much slower than its counterparts. Now, this A7, being an earlier model, has a plunger rear end, which made it a little heavy around this tight track, but as me and my dad know, at higher speeds you don't really notice it.
I agree with Tom. Although it feels quite a heavy bike to me, it really runs smoothly and it corners so well and plants into the corners with no problems at all. The Veloce KSS, a stunning bike, and handles well on this tight circuit. It's one of Tom's favourites.
As my mum rightly said, I do love the KSS. It's such a lovely engine and frame, just a great package altogether. The KSS engine, much like the more well-known Norton International engine, is over at cam and basically just a relaxed road-going version of their race bike. The only bad thing I can say about the thing is they're definitely not oil tight. But then, while it's smoking, at least you know you've got oil in the thing.
And that's the end of another successful Try Classic Day, thanks to the National Motorcycle Museum, where we've met a lot of really nice people. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.